Hello students, all is well. I hope you all are fit and fine. This is Shahnaz Ansari, your social science teacher, welcomes you all in our social science class. So students, today we will learn and I will explain you chapter 4 of geography, agriculture. So let's start the chapter with the introduction. Students, you often have bread and jam for breakfast, roti and curry is common in your lunch. Yes? Have you ever wondered where this come from? What bread and roti are made of? And where do we get our curries from? Well, bread is made from wheat flour, which is in turn is made from whole wheat. Wheat is grown in a farm by the farmers, and so are rice, dal, and vegetables. The ripe crop is harvested and sold in the market. Growing crops involves various activities like sowing seeds, irrigating the fields, removing weeds, applying the fertilizers and manures, and harvesting the crops when ripe. The process of cultivation of crops for food and fiber and also rearing animals sustain life is called agriculture. We will read about this in this chapter. So, what is agriculture? The word agriculture is derived from the Latin words ager or agri, meaning soil, and culture meaning tilling or cultivation. So, agriculture is commonly also referred as farming also. Agriculture is a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. In the world, 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activity. 2/3 of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Favorable topography of soil and climate are vital important for agricultural activity. The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land. So students, the land on which farmers grow the crops is known as arable land. We need arable land for growing the crops. In the map, you can see that agricultural activity is concentrated in those regions of the world where suitable factors for the growing of crops exist. Students, today agriculture not only provides us food but also the raw material for the manufacture of products such as fiber, cotton, jute for cloth, rubber for tires, and pulp for papers. This transformation from a plant to a finished product we eat or use involves 3 types of economic activities, and these are primary, secondary, and tertiary activities. Now first we will see what is primary activities. So primary activities include agriculture, fishing, farming, mining, and forestry. These will come under the primary activities or primary industries. They involve extracting resources from the earth. Next is secondary activities. Secondary activities include processing resources obtained from the primary activities to make a product. So, secondary activities is related with the processing resources which obtained from the primary resources. From the agriculture, from the forest we can get the raw material and it will convert into the finished product by the secondary activities. For example, manufacturing steel, making paper from wood pulp, and baking of bread. Now next is tertiary activities. On the other hand, provide support to the other two industries through various services. So tertiary activities involve the various services like transport, banking, advertising, insurance, and trade are example of tertiary activities. Now next I will explain you farm system. Students, agriculture may be viewed as a system of input, process and outputs. Input, process and outputs. They can vary according to the type of agriculture practice. In agriculture, we put in all natural and human inputs. After processing, that we get is the final output. So, in all natural and human inputs, after processing, what we get is the final output, that is crops. You can see this diagram. Input, process and output example are given here. Input machinery, seeds, chemicals, plugging, sowing, and output. Then you can see spraying, plugging, sowing. This will come in the process, and output is crops. Like that, some of the important inputs required in agriculture are seed, fertilizer, machinery and labor. And operation involves are plugging, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting. Output include crops, wool, dairy and poultry products. In second pic, you can see that human inputs also required for agriculture. Natural factors, rainfall, temperature, soil, slope, sunshine, and after that required storage, labor, machinery and chemicals. Students, now we will understand about the types of farming. So, farming is practiced in various ways across the world depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of produce, labor and level of technology. Farming can be classified into two main types, and these are subsistence farming and commercial farming. Subsistence farming further subdivided into intensive farming and primitive farming, and primitive farming is also subdivided into shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. And the second types of is commercial farming, which is divided into commercial grain, mixed farming and plantation agriculture. This I will explain you ahead. Now first let's understand about the subsistence farming. So, this type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of farmers' family. This is small scale farming. Traditionally, low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small outputs. Subsistence farming can be further classified into intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence. So, let's understand about the intensive subsistence. In intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plots of land using simple tools and more labor. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soils permit growing of more than one crops annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crops. The other crops include on the same plot rice, maize, wheat, pulses and oilseed. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated area of the monsoon region of South, Southeast and East Asia. Now next is primitive subsistence farming or primitive subsistence agriculture. Includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. So what is shifting cultivation? Shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forest areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and the Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivators move to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. This is also known as, other name is slash and burn agriculture. And in different parts also it is known as different names, like in Northeast Asia, Jhuming, Mexico is called milpa, and Malaysia, ladang, and Brazil, roca. Now next is nomadic herding. Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid region of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu Kashmir. In these types of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. These types of movement arises in response to climatic constraints and terrain. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders to their families. Now second types of farming is commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. The area cultivated and the amount of capital used in large. Most of the work is done by machine. So commercial farming requires large area, modern technology, and huge amount of capitals. The main objective of this farming is to get profit, and it tries to get higher yield from the field by using high yielding variety HYV of seed, fertilizer, pesticides, and better means of irrigation. Commercial farming is of three types. First is mixed farming, commercial grain farming, plantation. What are the three types? That is commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation. So now let's discuss about the commercial grain farming. In commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grassland of North America, Europe, and Asia. The areas are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. It done for selling of grains like wheat, rice, maize, etc. So students, remember that these areas are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crops can be grown. We can grow only a single crop in these types of farming. Now next is mixed farming. So in mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder. That is why it is called mixed farming, because it is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. And this gives them additional income by selling animals produce, which may be dairy products, wool, fish, pork, and poultry, etc. So student, it was about mixed farming. Now our next topic is plantation. Plantations are a type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. Large amount of labor and capital are required. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in the nearby factories. So normally industries which process the output of this farm is located nearby the areas. The development of a transport network is thus essential for such farming. Major plantations are found in the tropical region of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples. So students, this was about the plantations. Now once again let us revise the types of farming. So there are two types of farming, that is subsistence farming, and subsistence farming is further divided into intensive farming and primitive farming. This I have explained you. And primitive farming is also subdivided into shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. And under the commercial farming, I have explained you commercial grain, mixed, what is mixed farming, and at last I explained you about the plantation. So students, this was our first part of the agriculture. In next part of the video, I will explain you about the major crops of the world and the agricultural development, as well as we will compare the Indian farm and farm of USA.